What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. What do I have in store for you today? Well, I was going to show off a couple of attacks and bases, which I will do later. There's going to be multiple videos today, most likely. But first and foremost, I'd like to point out that there was a bug today, thanks to the overlapping of the crafting event and the mobilization. And that bug was this. This is to the Forsaken sector, so I can't get into the Carmine Nebula. And not quite, right? And I can't even do the typical thing of go in and attack this target. Well, I'm actually lucky because I was in the Nebula yesterday, because I was hitting bases. I'm going after the Mark IV Bastion boxes because I need them, so I've got that one tagged so I can go in there. So I have access to both portals. But they're overlapping, they're sitting right on top of each other, and one of the fixes was to just hold space down, which is typical for most of us, or in the case of mobile users, just put your finger down on top of the nebula and hold it down until it brings up the accessible panel, and it'll tell you which one you want to select, so you can go into this one or select this one, so you can go into the Carmine Nebula. In my case, it's not working right now for some reason, so I'm just going to write that off as a bug, but I actually wanted to make this video for two reasons. Neither of those reasons were actually supposed to be that. That was just a last minute thing that I found out just before starting this. First one, let's go ahead and let's take a quick little look at my feed. The next Alliance War is beginning. 5/28/2018. Okay, well that's a bit backwards. That's okay. I'm just gonna ignore that for a minute. Algol showed her that the voice whispered in his mind. At a glance, it looks like the scribblings of a madman, charcoal smudged, blah 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 blah. You can read it all for yourselves, but I just wanted to point out this little part down here. He doesn't understand it, but I do. This is the same language we deciphered to create the Axis project from captured alien technology. One symbol was repeated more than any other, and Algol won't like it. This device the voice wanted us to build requires refined blood amber. Okay, now I am a fan of the PvP ships, and I asked on the forums a while back and got only one answer from a player, and it was, are we going to have a continuation of PvP ships, or are they going to take their own line and go in their own direction? Well, we may not see any new PvP ships, but we may actually see an entirely different idea behind them. Because as each Alliance War has gone on, we've actually seen... Where was the last one? Right here. We've actually seen everything slowly progressing in a special way. And with this, there's actually multiple things that open up that I'm actually curious about, but I have a feeling I know which direction they're going with it. I am not going to say because that would be spoilers, would it not? Well, we can all guess, and I have a very good guess at where they're going to go with this. But, remember how a while back, I will at least reveal this part, remember how a while back I joked about the idea of us being allowed to have unknown aliens as ships? We were allowed to use weapons and stuff like that. What led to the unknown aliens? Well, it was blood amber, it was research, it was the Altarians, it was a giant mess. It seems, from what I've noticed, the Altarians were the ones that created the initial cause of Outpost 47, I believe was what its name was. And what happened was it was a test ground of sorts for blood amber under General Gear. Now, it led from one thing to another, and it seems like the mutations caused by the Altarians, however you want to pronounce them, was activated by the catalyst being blood amber in this case. Now, VEGA knows the importance of blood amber. For us, we're just rebels sitting out in the middle of outposts. We don't have advanced research laboratories or anything like that. Instead, what we have is our weapons labs, arms labs, well, the arms labs, the tech lab, and the ship lab. We don't have a devoted research department. We don't have anything like that. Instead, we get what we are passed down by the higher ups, the command, rebel command. And we could see any number of things with this. This is just one possible idea that from the Blood Amber. We could see Altarian versions of the hulls. We could see mutated hulls, as I said, with Blood Amber. Or we could actually see the machine do something. We actually get to build a new module in our base that will actually begin production of a brand new ship line for us that is specifically PvP based, as they add new ships to it and stuff like that. So, you know, Tier 8, well, the Tier 6 Marauders will kind of be left behind as this new group comes in. Another idea is that after Tier 7 ends, or Tier 7.5 or Tier 8 will actually be all PvP focused. So instead of having to try and keep up with producing a top tier fleet of Altarian tech, wrong one, Altarian tech, and PvP, you'll actually get to focus on just one. So, you know, they'll chop out this block so you don't have to focus on this one, but then they'll chop out PvE. Now, this is all just guessing and gandering and stuff like that because there's no confirmations or anything like that as of right now. And I'm still waiting for the Alliance War post to go live so I can read it. I'm waiting on it to see if prizes are new or anything like that, see if we're actually going to get a brand new ship or anything like that. If not, I'll probably just keep it to myself and continue on going over my ideas in my head. But that's all I wanted to say, and I'm going to be showing off an 80 outpost attack for only an hour of repair time. It could be a lot less if the Bastion that I'm using was actually a little bit more mark upgrade, had a little bit more resistance, as well as had, well, just more resistance overall. But that's going to be it for this video, everybody. If you actually have any ideas on what could happen with the Alliance War, the new groups and stuff like that are coming into the game, feel free to say so below. Leave your ideas. I want to hear from all of you, too. It's not just me in the game. And for all of you who watch and don't say anything, hi! I know you're there. You don't have to talk, you don't have to say anything, but that doesn't mean I can't say it, so I can't say hi anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If any of you actually have any ideas or anything for what could be coming, or if you have any leaks or anything like that, feel free to leave them below, because I always love to get a peek at tech before it's actually live in the game. I don't like trying to get onto the test server or anything like that. I've never been on it, but I'm not going to try now because I'd rather wait for it to be live for everybody than for a certain test group to be able to see it. But with that said, it's looking interesting, to me at least, for where the game's going. But that's going to be it, everybody. I've said just about everything I could possibly say at this point, so I'll say the final thing. May your repairs stay low, your cargo holds be filled, and you have fun in the void. And as always, everybody, I'll see you later.